Hi, I'm Professor Tony Bendall and welcome to my company Services Limited. At Services Limited we're concerned with transforming organisations with change, with improvement, with excellence. And not surprisingly therefore, where we try to develop people, where we help and support people in organisations on their journey to change, we like to take them to a quiet, comfortable surroundings such as here. This is our corporate headquarters and training centre, and we run most of our training activity here. One of the hot topics that we continually get asked about, and the content of this first of the series of videos that I'm making for Services Limited, concerns a new ISO 18404 standard, which is about the certification of Six Sigma and Lean practitioners and also organisations. One of the interesting things about ISO 18404 is that it's the first ISO standard, as far as anybody knows, which allows for the certification of both individuals and organisations. In the case of ISO 18404, it allows specifically for certifying green belts, black belts and master black belts for Six Sigma, and the equivalent on the Lean side, Lean practitioners, leaders and experts, as well as the combined certification of Lean and Six Sigma, green belts, black belts and master black belts. However, on the organisational side, organisations can also be certified under the standard as competent in their practice of Six Sigma and or Lean. This means they need to have a management system for the conduct of the way they run their Six Sigma and or Lean program. In this sense, it's like all the other ISO management system standards, 9001 for quality management, 14001 for the environment, and 45001, for example, for occupational health and safety. Services Limited these days spends quite a lot of its time preparing both people and organisations for certifications under that standard. And let me tell you a little bit more about how that works. To be certified as an individual for the ISO 18404 standard, which shows that you are globally recognised as competent in Six Sigma or Lean, you need to do a submission to the Royal Statistical Society or one of its international partners who are the scheme owner. If you want to be globally recognised as a certificated professional for Six Sigma or Lean, then in the United Kingdom you would submit a portfolio of evidence to the Royal Statistical Society, who would then invite you in for an interview process and an unseen test. In fact, I am the technical officer responsible for the conduct of that process, as well as having chaired the BSI Technical Committee MS6, which wrote ISO 18404 in the first place. Outside of the UK, certification arrangements for individuals vary depending on locality. A candidate or group of candidates can always apply to the Royal Statistical Society, but in an increasing number of locations now, the Royal Statistical Society has established relationships with local not-for-profit organisations from government or the third sector in order to conduct these assessment centres. For organisational certification, the responsibility for certification lies with accredited certification bodies, with the UK lead being taken by BSI certification, and in the Gulf I recently ran a lead auditor course for lead auditors for ISO 18404, particularly coming from TUV. Arrangements elsewhere are also being built up steadily. If anyone has any questions about these, please contact me at Services Limited. I would be delighted to update you on these arrangements. ISO 18404 is, as I said, an unusual standard. Its reason for existence was to stop some of the misuse and indeed unsatisfactory professional behaviour which has been associated with Six Sigma and Lean in recent years. Anyone was able to certify for Six Sigma and Lean, and in some cases a body of knowledge approach was used based on a remarkably large set of information about complex statistical test methods, which I, as a trained statistician, a certified chartered statistician, would find extremely unlikely to be of use even in a black belt or master black belt's working lifetime. In other cases, you could download a certificate as a black belt, or indeed a master black belt, online by simply paying your fee and opening the course. To tidy up that mess, and also to ensure that organisations thought through their arrangements for implementation and made sure they didn't lose the advantages when key people move role or they forgot what they were trying to achieve, the ISO 18404 standard was created. Its uptake has been good, and we're now at a fairly critical point in its development. The services we provide at Services Limited for clients in the ISO 18404 area are concerned with assisting them on their journey to excellence. And therefore, we both assist individuals to qualify under the standard through training courses and coaching, and also we assist organisations, helping them to prepare their documentation and their system go live and, in fact, become certified. For the individuals, we run training courses in all of the defined professional roles under the standard, from green belt to black belt to master black belt, and from lean practitioner to lean leader and lean expert. At the higher levels in the hierarchy, there's a significant training and management responsibility required, as well as, in fact, the competencies which demonstrate they're able to do the job as a green belt or a black belt in terms of improvement. So for the lower levels, we run training courses. We have a green belt course imminent, in fact, taking place here in these beautiful surroundings. And for the higher levels, we run mentoring sessions, essentially. Those mentoring sessions are typically 2 4-day mentoring sessions at the master black belt level, or 2 3-day at the lean expert level, in each case separated by perhaps 2 months, to give people the opportunity to close some of the gaps in the competencies which are required to be evidenced under the standard. In the intermediary level, the lean leader or the black belt, we use either approach depending on requirements. With some in company groups, we run on a coaching basis, whilst otherwise we run on a public training basis. Contact us to find out more. We've probably got a course coming up shortly.